Evolution is the modification of genes in the population of species to make them more suited to their habitat. The genes are altered by the mutation of the organism's X chromosome. Microevolution and macroevolution are different processes of evolution. Microevolution is the alteration in the genetic makeup of a species over a short period of time. In contrast, macroevolution is the long-term process of evolution where the original species has formed into a completely different one. Evolution relies on natural selection for nature to choose the best characteristics and eliminate the weaker features for the animal to survive in their environment successfully. The Galapagos Island has a unique ecosystem because many animals and plants that live there do not live anywhere else in the world. The islands reside in the eastern Pacific Ocean. Charles Darwin visited the islands in 1835, and later his analysis of the biodiversity of Galapagos led him to the thought that organisms could evolve automatically. Darwin named his theory natural selection, which he published in a book later in 1835. Darwin rationalized that a species of plants and animals from South America colonized the island because of how similar the animals were. There are 18 main islands in the Galapagos Islands, many of which are home to the giant tortoises. The giant Galapagos tortoises are one of the largest tortoise species in the world, with some tortoises being nearly 5 feet and weighing up to 550 pounds. They own the title of the most long-lived animal among the vertebrates, as they can live up to 100 years, some even exceeding 170 years. The tortoises originally came from South America, but they migrated to the archipelago islands. Due to their migration, their offspring had to evolve to suit their new environment. In the eastern Pacific Ocean. Tortoises with dome-like shells live in larger, more flourishing islands that have grass and vegetation growing on the ground. Since their food is on the ground, their dome shells are a comfortable characteristic for them. Their shells help them with food gathering and surviving in their environment. Saddleback tortoises reside in dry, deserted islands with mostly cactus fruits and no grass. The saddleback tortoises have shells which have a gap between the carapace and the tortoise's neck. The shell shape benefits the tortoise by allowing it to expand its neck far enough to eat the cactus fruit. The tortoise also owns a long neck and feet to further help it survive in the dry habitat. Since the saddleback tortoise lives in a dry environment, flipping over their shell can happen often and result in their death if left for too long. The saddleback shell helps the tortoise to get back on its feet by allowing it to expand its neck to reach the ground and shake their feet to turn themselves over. The modification in the tortoise's shells is an example of microevolution where a group of the same organisms living in different environments resulted in advanced features in each animal to suit their habitat and improve their survival. The Galapagos penguins are one of the smallest penguins living on this earth, with the adult penguin being 49 centimeters high. The Galapagos penguin inhabit the north of the equator in the Galapagos and are the only penguin species to do so because of the hot climate. The Galapagos penguins are descendants of the emperor penguin ancestors. The emperor penguin is much bigger, with 100 centimeters height, and has yellow ear patches and neck. Ocean. The small size of the Galapagos penguins benefits them with survival because they don't need to eat much compared to the emperor penguins. The little penguins can easily hide away from their predators, and their small size also helps them find their food by attacking their prey quietly. The Galapagos penguins live in a hot climate because they are near the equator. They spend most of their time swimming in the fresh cold waters of the Cromwell Current by using their flippers. Their black flippers also help them gather food under the water. The heat of the island can be overbearing for the penguins, but their flippers help them adapt. The penguins hold their flippers apart from their body to release the heat. They also use their fins to cover their feet from the sun to avoid getting sunburned. Countershading is a crucial adaptation for the Galapagos penguins for various reasons, one of which is camouflaging. The black backside of the Galapagos penguins matches with the black volcanic rocks on the island, which helps the penguins hide effectively from predators. The emperor penguins like in that area because they have bright yellow ear patches which can attract predators. The Galapagos penguins' white bellies help them with protecting themselves against the sun. The Galapagos penguins make sure to keep facing their white bellies to the sun to reflect the heat of their bodies.